It's Batman time! Hello and welcome to another figure review. Today we're going to have a look at the S.H.Figuarts Batman, based on the 1989 Batman movie with Michael Keaton. I did not even know this figure existed. I walked into my local comic book store today and they had it and I was like, I want to have a look at it, and 10 seconds later I bought it. So that's the story behind that. An interesting design of the box, I want to say that. I don't talk about the box usually, but I like the slick black with the gold Batman logo as it was in the movie. Also, this is like a Tamashii Nations exclusives and whatnot. And one thing to note, I believe all the pictures on here were taken of the figure. Of course, those are made in, there's like edited in Photoshop and whatnot, but damn, this looks impressive. Now let's see how the actual figure looks. Wow, mistakes were made, but before I even get into that, let's have a look at size real quick. He stands about 15.5 centimeters to the top of his bat ears, 15 centimeters to the top of the head. So that means he goes up to 6.1, 6.2 inches tall. Again, bat ear 6.2, and well, more like 5.9 on the head. Size comparisons. Jalter, the other two Figuarts Batman that I own. Here we got the Mafex Batman, Jim Lee Batman, Jim Lee Hush Batman with another huge cape. McFarlane Toys, Batman Arkham Asylum, and Darkseid. Alrighty then, let's dive into this. First things first, the texturing that we've seen on the box, especially on the cowl, is not really true. This is not really much of that. For the cape, oh boy, the cape. Now, I want to have a look at his face first. That's also... So it's debatable. It really depends. I feel they didn't do a good job. They used the dot matrix when they shouldn't have. It's not clear enough, and the eyes are so incredibly small, and he looks like cross-eyed. I feel like the mouth part is okay, but it's really the eyes that are seriously off-putting. The cowl itself looks amazing. It has all the right amount of detail. It has the right shape. He doesn't have the big nose, and yes, you can take the face out. Now looking at it from the side, it really looks disconnected. Interesting. But looking at the back of the cowl also, it looks good. I mean, I love the cowl, but proportionally, I feel like it's also a little bit too big if you're having a look at the entire body. I mean, the cowl makes up like almost his torso. It makes up like 2/3 of his torso, I feel like. So I don't know, you got the wonky bat symbol, and you might be saying, what is this bat symbol? It's actually accurate. This was the bat symbol that was used in the very first Burton Batman movie. I say very first. It was the very first Batman movie, unless we're talking about like the TV show, which had like a kind of sort of movie. We're not talking about that anyway, but yeah, this is accurate, but I feel, okay, it's very small. Here's my finger. But I'm kind of bored at how it's rounded over there. That's just like, it's just annoying. But yeah, it is small. And you have kind of like a matte finish on the figure, but there are some spots where I don't even know if the paint is rubbing off. But you can tell there's kind of some spots where it's a bit more shiny, and that's definitely not how it's supposed to be. The muscle work on it is amazing, and also we have a couple of wrinkles on the arms over there, and you have the gauntlets, the gloves, with them spiky stuff, and that's actually very spiky. Be very careful with that. I don't like how his hands just kind of stick out. They didn't do a good job hiding the ball hinges over there, and then you got some more dots in his hands. The belt looks alright. There's not really much detail on it, but it looks as it should. Doesn't have anything to connect, and also in the back you got some more armor. A little bit more of a light up plate going on over there. But still, it looks good. Have a butt, the bat butt, and in the front you got some, I don't know why the knees are shiny. I guess those are part of the boot, but then it's kind of like not shiny over there. Not sure about that one, and the boots are completely shiny. And also, my toe hinges don't want to flatten. It's always kind of angled like that, so that's also an issue. But as far as detail goes, it looks good. It has some more detail under there. That's that. Now, for dramatic effect, I kept the best for last. The cape. Oh, boy. Oh, God. So, first, I looked at it and I was like, dude, I like this. I like this leathery looking cape. You got like the seam lines over there. It's a little bit spiky at the end, and it looks like a Batman cape should absolutely look. But what's this sticking out over there? Hold on real quick. We're gonna still have a look at the cape. It looks great, but it doesn't have wires, and it's really thick. Really, really thick. As such, it's just almost impossible to kind of drape it over. It's pretty much impossible to pose except for one thing. But yeah, that's why beforehand I always had it kind of draped over his shoulder like that. That seems to be the only way to really actually have a look at the figure. Otherwise, you will always just, you know, look at mostly the cape. Now, I gotta say, I do think he did have like a pretty big cape in the movie. So again, they're trying to be accurate here, but there's one thing. It's like when it interrupts, when it kind of interferes with making a figure too much, then I'm not a fan of it. So now here's what's going on over there. What is this? Those are handles. Those are like sticks. Those are like walking canes, which you can take out if you don't like them. You can take that out. But the idea is to make like a pose where it comes swooping in. I will absolutely put him in a pose later. You just have this, his arms, his hands, hold on to that, and you can have like a gliding pose or swooping in or whatever. So that's a really dumb idea. I don't like it. I hate it. I just, why do you do that? Just put some wires in or whatever, but this, yeah, no, that's no good. I'm sorry. Now remember just a minute ago when I talked about making something authentic to the movie but sacrificing something to make a good figure? The cape is not the only part of that. The head. Where's the head articulation? There is none. Seriously, I'm not joshing you. I thought like you could rotate this upper part around, which he does have some wiggle motion. But that's about it. There's nothing else in there. So there's no head articulation. Like, that sucks. Anyway. Then you have a hinge in the shoulder, which does go up and down. Also like a long peg in there, so you can rotate it around. It's kind of like Figma, but not as effective. And like I haven't had like Figuarts in a while, so it's kind of weird. It's just really like this long peg is really ineffective. Then you have the shoulder hinge that goes up like that. Well, elbow hinge, never mind. That goes up, and you might be seeing like a weird gap over there, but you can pull this down. Why? Why can you pull this down? Why not just make a bigger ball hinge in there to cover it up? I don't know, but yes, there is some articulation inside of there. You got the ball hinge and the fist, goes up and down, rotation, and then for the chest area, goes forward, does tilt side to side, and does rotate pretty much all the way around. For the hip part, that's pretty much all you get. Not really much going on. Then for the legs, you can pull this down, goes forward, goes out to the side all the way, and then it just pops off. No, not yet. And goes to the back, rotation in there, and now it's super loose. Is it gonna pop off? Yeah, it was about to pop off, but I push it back in. Push it back up, then double hinged knee and the foot. Surprisingly decent, and I say decent because yeah, it's not great, but the thing is, I didn't even see it, and you don't see anything in there. It's just a long peg on a ball, but it looks seamless, I gotta give him that, but yeah, it's not great. Does have some articulation, I guess, and a toe hinge, which is almost non-existent because that's your toe is already angled, so you're not really accomplishing much with that, unfortunately. Now I want to have a look at the accessories, which I don't even know. Like, first and foremost, you got this alternate head, which is this supposed to be the meme head? You know, the meme head where he grits his teeth and like just open his eyes like, you know. I'm gonna see if I can find a picture. Then you have some ninja stars. You have a batarang. You have the grappling hook gun and the double grapper. Why is it crooked in the front? I don't know. Anyway, you got that. Can you rotate this? Oh, you can rotate this around. I'm an idiot. That's why it's crooked. Yeah, but you just drape this over his arm, and that's that. Also, for the grappling gun, you can take the spike off. I don't know why you would do that, but you can. I mean, if you want to connect a wire to it, I guess, you can do that. You can play around with that. So at least they're giving you an option for that. So for your hands, you got these kind of open ones, which have triangle guards. It has a triangle attached to it. Now it sounds like that in the instructions with the hands of triangle guard. Does it tell me what it's actually supposed to be for? Nope, no idea. No, none of that. So yeah, you got a hand for the grappling gun. I already put it in there, so you can see it fits in there. It's kind of molded over there to really sit on there nicely. You got grabbing hands. Don't have anything in there, but it's alright. And then you got kind of trigger finger hands. Well, I say trigger finger, but it's more to hold the batarang in a good pose. And these ones, which are a little bit more open, but more of the same. So again, more like batarang stuff. Final thoughts. What is Michael Keaton Batman figure? I don't like this figure. This figure fails at being a figure, if that makes any sense. Looks on everything, because the look of it is pretty good. Other than the wonky proportions, I can't really complain much about it. But god damn it, does the articulation lack. The lack of head movement is awful. I put him into some poses, which was not fun, because every time I was just like, oh, just make him look somewhere. No, he always looks straight. Head is just, no. You don't have head movement. How do you not have head movement on like a $70 collector's figure? What the hell? No, that's just like, I'm like usually a person who's like, oh, looks over articulation. Cool. But if you're not having any articulation whatsoever in a certain point, that doesn't work for me. Sorry. You know, I don't like the cape. That seems to become a theme also with the Marfex one, but yeah. And the weirdly sticking out ball joints. I already wrecked the ball joint on this one. Because also attaching the hands, always warm up the hands with a hairdryer or hot water. Because just trying to get them in, it will wreck the ball joints. Because they're so tight and the ball packs on the hands are so small. So yeah, I already wrecked that one. I tried to fix it, but other than, you know, just like with Figma, you pull out the ball joint and you have another one in the box. You don't have that here. Couldn't pull out the ball joint and just kind of destroyed it. So I just glued the hand back in, and I was like, I don't care anymore. Because this figure is not worth it. It's too expensive for what it is, and it lacks articulation. It looks good, but then just go out and buy a statue or like, you know, sorry. Just, I got suckered in. Also, the face likes to pop off. While I tried to put them into poses, that kept popping off over and over again. So do I recommend this figure? Hell no! That's gonna do it, guys. As usual, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this review, hit it up with a like. It really helps the channel. And subscribe if you want to see more figure views, card game stuff, and whatever. Batman. Well, I'm not even gonna touch it anymore. Whatever this Michael Keaton Batman wants. A head movement. Please.